my live stream. So in this live stream, we will be calculating ovulation as well as menstrual cycle. Okay, first of all, to determine your menstrual cycle, you need to count from the first day of your last period till a day before your next period. That is your menstrual cycle. Then if you want to calculate your ovulation, use this simple formula: your menstrual cycle minus 14 days. Then if you want to determine your fertile window, your fertile window is simply calculated your ovulation day plus 5 days before your ovulation day. That will give you your fertile window. Then every other day in that cycle is now your infertile window. Okay, now we will begin by calculating menstrual cycle. Please, if you are joining us, say hi and tell me where you are watching me from. So let's begin with menstrual cycle. So I hope you can see me. I hope you can see me. Let's begin with the menstrual cycle. I'll be using this marker board to do the illustration. This is first, okay, in the month of July 2025. The month of July 2025. So you want to count menstrual cycle. From there, we get your ovulation, your fertile and infertile window. So this July 25, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31. So at the end of this video, you will also understand why some women menstruate 2 times in the same month. I will also be explaining it in this video. Why some women menstruate 2 times in the same. Know it that if you are menstruating 2 times inside the same month, it is not a problem. It could be that you have a short cycle. Yes, women with short cycle are likely to see their period 2 times in the same month. Let's take this for clarity. Can you see this? Please, if you can see the board very well, let me know. If you are not seeing it, let me know also. I hope it's better now. Let's say that your first period started on the 1st of July. You started noticing blood on the 1st of July. Now, on the 27th of July, you notice another blood, meaning inside July, you are seeing your period 2 times. Now, let's find out what happened. Your menstrual cycle is calculated from the first day of your first period. Remember, the first day of your first period was on the 1st of July before you started seeing it again on the 2nd of July. So the first day from the 1st of July and a day before your next period is your menstrual cycle. Please ensure that you count this first day. The problem most women make is when they are calculating menstrual cycle, they will not add the first day. In fact, most women will not even add their period days. They will wait till period is over and they'll start counting a day after period. If you use this method, my sister, you must make a mistake. If you want to get your menstrual cycle correct, start from the first day of your last period, then stop a day before your next period. Let's do this for clarity. Let's count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. We are stopping on day 26 because her period started again on 27. Do not include this 27 that next period started. This is another mistake most women make. Don't include that day. Stop a day before the next period. Now, from this calculation, you will agree with me that these women have a 26-day cycle. What is the meaning of cycle? Cycle means how many days does it take for your period to come out again. So for this woman now, it takes 26 days for her period to come out again. And this is why she is seeing her period 2 times in the same month, because her period takes 26 days and a month is more than 26 days. We have about 28, 29, 30, and 31 days in a month. Because her period takes 26 days before it come out again, so she's likely to be seeing her period 2 times in the same month, especially if she see her period in the first week of the month. She must see her period again with in the same month towards the end of the month. So anytime your period come out 2 times in that month, this does not mean that you have infection. This does not mean that something is wrong with you. It simply means that you have completed another cycle. You completed a cycle and a new cycle is about to begin. Okay, now we have calculated menstrual cycle. The next thing now is, how do you determine your ovulation from this menstrual cycle? It is from your ovulation that you get your menstrual cycle. Without ovulation, there will be no pregnancy. So when you know your ovulation, you calculate your ovulation, then you'll be able to know when you will conceive and when you are free. Remember that your ovulation is your menstrual cycle minus 26 minus 14 days. Now that's Hi, you're welcome. Hope Chukwudi. You are welcome. Thank you for joining my Twins and Nine live stream. Please do well to ask your question in the comments. So we are done calculating menstrual cycle. We want to find out how you can calculate your ovulation and how you will know your fertile and infertile window without using any ovulation app, without using any ovulation app at all. You can do this just by using your calendar. Now we are taking menstrual cycle of 26 days. 26-day cycle with the cycle we calculated here. We are using a 26-day cycle to do this calculation. Let's get her ovulation. We established that ovulation is equal to menstrual cycle minus 14 days. So since her menstrual cycle is 26, we're going to remove 14 from this 26. So when you do 14 minus 26 minus 14, we're going to have 12. 26 minus 14, we're going to have 12. That is to say that her ovulation is on the 12th day, not on the 14th day. A lot of people have claimed that ovulation happened on the 14th day. My sister, that is not always true. The only people that ovulate around the 14th are people with 28 days cycle. So if your cycle is not 28 days, definitely your ovulation will never occur on the 14th day. Okay, so this is how you will know when your own ovulation will occur. This person now has 26-day cycle, and we do 26 minus 14, we get 12. We're going to count this 12 from the first day of her last period. And the first day, look at it, the first day of her last period was on the 1st of July. So counting 12 from the 1st of July, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is to say that on the 12th of July, her ovulation is likely to happen on the 12th of July. Now, having known her ovulation, let's calculate her fertile window. I hope you can see this very well. Fine. Let's calculate her fertile window. How do you calculate your fertile window? Your fertile window is this ovulation day plus 5 days before that ovulation day and a day after ovulation day. I will explain this. Why is your fertile window ovulation day plus 5 days before ovulation day? A sperm can live in a woman's body for about 5 days. So if a sperm was deposited in you today and your ovulation will happen 5 days coming, like in 5 days time, this sperm can still get you pregnant in that 5 days time when your egg will release. The release of this egg is what we call ovulation. And some people ask this question: what is the difference between ovulation and ovulation day? Let me use this medium to explain it. Ovulation is the process, the whole time that your body is preparing to release this egg. Your body is preparing to release the egg. But ovulation day is the day that the egg is being released. That means ovulation can take for about 5 days, preparing your body for the D-day. Then ovulation day itself is the day that your egg will release. Now, we have established that her egg will drop on the 12th of July. So her ovulation day now, her fertile period is 12 plus 5 days before this 12. And 5 days before this 12 includes 11. So she's fertile here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from 7th of July, this woman is already fertile. Remember, pregnancy will happen on the 12th, but the sperm deposited on her body, the sperm that is deposited in her body on the 7th of July is still active and capable and will still get her pregnant. This is why we don't advise you to wait till your ovulation day before you start tracking if you want to get pregnant. No, don't wait till your ovulation day. If your ovulation is on the 5th of July, start tracking from the 1st of July, because from the 1st of July, you are already fertile. Who is with me? Okay, Ariana Walker, you are welcome. Thank you for joining my twins and I. Thank you. Drop your question in the comment section. Now we have established that her fertile period is from 7th of July till 13th of July. Why did I include this 13? Her ovulation will happen on the 12th, and I included 13. Somebody may ask why. The reason is because the egg that will be released on the 12th will still be alive, because this egg can last for about 24 hours. So this egg will still be alive till the 13th of July. Therefore, 13th of July, she is still fertile. Now, this is why most people say that even when they track their ovulation, they still end up making mistake, especially if you are tracking for a particular gender. One thing you should know about ovulation is that it can shift 2 days before or 2 days after. Please, if you are joining me, just like the video so that more women will join us, and please do well to subscribe to my channel. You will not regret it. So ovulation can actually happen 2 days before the expected day or 2 days after the expected day. Let's assume that you are expecting your ovulation today. Your ovulation may happen day before yesterday, and it can also happen next tomorrow. Now, the safest way to know if you are actually ovulating is to go and get an ovulation test strips. Assuming this woman, now that we are using her cycle, she is to ovulate, the expected day she is likely to ovulate is on the 12th. So she's supposed to start testing from the 9th of July to know when she will get a darker line. Both the control line and the test line will show a very dark line. That means she is ovulating. Hello, Mahesh, hello. Thank you for joining my twins and I. Please do well to subscribe to my channel. You won't regret it. So, as I was saying, ovulation test strip will help you, especially if you are targeting for a particular gender. Now that now that we have established our ovulation, let's dive into gender selection, because this is the most important area women and in fact couples are interested in: gender selection. Let me ask you, are you aware that gender selection or the gender of a baby has nothing to do with a woman? It is the man that determines the gender of a child. Let me break it down in a simple term. There are two chromosomes that determine the gender of a child. These chromosomes are the X and the Y chromosome. Now, in a man reproductive system, a man has both the X and the Y chromosome, while a woman have only SS chromosome. When they mate during intercourse, if a man bring S chromosome, the woman will bring S chromosome. They're going to have SS. This is why when you go to scan, you will see under gender SS, meaning you are carrying a baby girl. And during intercourse, if a man bring Y chromosome and the woman bring X chromosome, because that is the only one she has, they're going to have XY, and your scan results will tell you that you are having a baby boy. Okay, now how can you track this X chromosome from your husband's semen? Do you know that as a woman you can track this X chromosome or Y chromosome from your husband's semen? Timing is the key. The timing of your intercourse will determine, in fact, it has a very great influence on the gender of your child. When you meet your husband, when you have intercourse, have a very great influence on the gender of your child. Let's use this woman's cycle as example. Her ovulation supposed to happen on the 12th of July, and she is targeting to have a baby boy. Therefore, this woman is advised to meet her husband on this 12th and on the 11th, that is a day before her ovulation and her ovulation day, to increase her chance of having a baby boy. Someone may ask, why should it be so? Why is it so? Please, let's get this question, we'll go back. Some people intercourse during period. Is that safe? What are the chances that time woman get? Okay, I like this question. Thank you for this question. She said that some people do have intercourse during menstruation. First, is it safe? Second, what are the chances of the woman getting pregnant if she have intercourse during her menstruation? Now the answer is yes, it is safe, provided that the both partners are infection free. If the both partners do not have infection, then it is very safe. There is nothing wrong with you having intercourse during your period. Now, one of the benefits is that if you have a short cycle and you are trying to conceive, the truth is that if you do not have intercourse during your period, you are likely not to achieve pregnancy. Let me use this as an example. If your cycle is 21 days, for instance, you have 21 days cycle as a woman and you are trying to achieve pregnancy. If you don't meet your period during your husband during your period, you are likely not to achieve pregnancy. Now, look at this. To get your ovulation is menstrual cycle. Can you see the board? Menstrual cycle minus 14 days. And your menstrual cycle is 21. 21 minus 14. 21 minus 14 is what? 21 minus 14, I think, is around 7, right? Now you count this 7 from the first day of your period. Let's say that the first day of your period was on the 1st of July. The first day of your period was on the 1st of July. Then we'll count it till day 7. Day 7 is the day you are likely to ovulate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means your ovulation will be on day 7. Your ovulation will be on day 7. Now your fertile window is this day 7 plus 5 days before day 7. Now this is day 7. Can you see the board? This is day 7. 5 days before day 7 is day 6, day 5, day 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This means that from 2nd of July, your body is already fertile, and this time you are still menstruating because your period started on the 1st of July. So on the 2nd, you are still menstruating and you are already fertile. On the 3rd, you are still menstruating, you are already in your fertile window. On the 4th, you are still menstruating, you are already in your fertile window. Your ovulation will be on day 7. Now let's assume you are waiting for your period to finish. So your period, let's say your period lasts for 4 days. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your period will not stop on the 4th of July, and you start trying 5, 6, 7. You may or may not achieve it. To increase your chances, then you start from this, at least the 2nd day of your period. This will increase your chances of getting pregnant. I hope I answered your question, Mehesh. I hope I answered your question. Please drop your question in the comment while we continue with what we are doing. Now that I've answered her question, let's continue with gender tracking. I mentioned that if you are trying to achieve a baby boy, you should target meeting your husband on your ovulation day and a day before your ovulation day. The reason is that the Y chromosome that produces a baby boy, it does not last long. It dies quickly, but it is very fast when it comes to swimming. It swims faster than the X chromosome that produces a baby girl. I am satisfied with your answers. Thank you so much. I am glad you are satisfied with my answers, and I'm glad I have satisfied your curiosity. Thank you. Now we are still dealing with gender selection. So I said that's why you should meet your husband on the ovulation day and a day before your ovulation day is because the Y chromosome that produces a baby boy, it swims faster, but it has a very short lifespan. Unlike the X chromosome can actually stay till 4 5 days. That is just the truth. But Y chromosome, under 24 hours, it has died. Therefore, if you did not meet your husband a day before ovulation and on ovulation day, you are likely to miss the chance of having a baby boy because after 24 hours, the Y chromosome is likely to die, and the semen in your body will be left with X chromosome, and X chromosome can only give you a girl child. But if you are targeting a girl child and your ovulation is on the 12th, please skip 12, skip 11, skip 10. When you to meet your husband is the first day of your fertile window, which is here. Second day of your fertile window, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First, second, third day of your fertile window, please, for a baby girl. The first 3 days of your fertile window will increase your chances of having a baby girl. This is what science said. Excuse me, let me take this call. Excuse me, let me take this. Okay, sorry, I was on call. So as I was saying, if you are targeting for a baby girl and you want to meet your husband to increase your chances, avoid your ovulation day. Avoid a day before your ovulation day. Start trying on the first 3 days of your fertile period. And after that, please do not have intercourse again. If you have intercourse again, you are likely to miss it if you have intercourse after the first 3 days of your fertile window. Don't have intercourse again. But one thing you should also know is that, as I said earlier, your ovulation might shift a bit. It can shift 2 days before or 2 days after the expected day. So to be sure that you are ovulating or your body have already released an egg, use ovulation test strips. Ovulation test strip will help you. When you are ovulating, the line will show you that it is just like pregnancy test strips. Yes, it looks like pregnancy test strip. So when you are ovulating, both the control line and the test line will show you very bold dark line, and you know that you are ovulating, or ovulation is likely to happen in few hours time. How people get pregnant with twins or triplets? That is a very nice question. How do people get pregnant with twins or triplets? First of all, I will start by explaining how twins are conceived. There are two factors that leads to twins conception. One, if a woman release just one egg during her ovulation and she meets with her husband, this one egg is being fertilized by her husband's sperm during intercourse, okay? And this egg start forming a baby. All of a sudden the egg split into two and they will start forming differently. The woman will have identical twins because the babies were products of just one egg and one sperm. But there is another way that twins occur. It's just these two ways that twins occur. The second way is if a woman release more than one egg during her ovulation, that is hyperovulating. This type of twins now is the one that we can influence. This one now you can influence it. You can do one or two things to achieve it. But this first one, nobody can influence it. It is only God that knows the mystery behind how an egg, a fertilized egg, split into two, three, or four and start forming different zygotes. At the end of the day, you have identical twins, triplet, quadruplet. But this second one now is a woman hyperovulates. This hyperovulate means she released more than one egg during her ovulation, and she meets with her husband. Luckily, these different eggs were fertilized by her husband's sperm, and they start forming. At the end of the day, this woman will have twins or triplets or quadruplets that are not identical. Why will they not be identical? Because they are products of different eggs and different sperm, even though they are from the same man, but they are not the same. This is how twins are conceived. Now, to answer your question, how can you increase your chance of conceiving twins? Yes, there are diets, medications, herbs that can help a woman to hyperovulate. Just as I said earlier, you cannot influence the first type of twin, which is identical twins. It is only God that knows the mystery behind that one. But this one now, you can influence it. Eating some diets like okra. Okra can actually help a woman to hyperovulate. When you soak okra, it can help you to hyper. It contains some enzymes that can help a woman to hyperovulate. Eating foods that are rich in omega-3 fatty acid can also help a woman to hyperovulate. Herbs such as maca root can help a woman to hyperovulate. There is another one that works like magic. This one is gorontula. I don't know what you people call it in your dialect, but here we call it gorontula. It helps women to hyperovulate. Then fishes like mackerel fish, sardine can help you to hyperovulate, and at the end of the day land you in having twins pregnancy or multiple pregnancy. There are also medications that can help you to hyperovulate. These medications, clomid. Clomid is also good. Letrozole is also good. All this can help a woman to hyperovulate, and at the end of the day, it will increase your chance of conceiving twins. Because once you hyperovulate, that means you are likely to release more than one egg during your ovulation, and this will increase your chance of conceiving twins. I hope I answered your question. Thank you, Sawai, for your questions. I really appreciate that. I hope you gain value. Please do well to ask more questions. As we dive into ovulation, how to know that a woman is ovulating, or let's put it, signs of ovulation. A lot of women ovulate without knowing. Yes, you might be ovulating without knowing, because most women believe that if they are not seeing cervical mucus, that means they are not ovulating. Okay, IVF, yes. If you are using IVF, your chances of conceiving twins is actually higher, because they when the egg is being transferred to your body, you are likely to get more than, as in, you are likely to get more than one egg that is being really that is being fertilized. Your chances of conceiving through IVF is higher than trying it naturally. If you want to use IVF, your chances is higher. But the one thing is that I think it's not all countries that accepts that. I was listening to one popular creator saying that she wanted twins, but because she lived in the UK, they refused to transfer more than one to her. So it was only one that was transferred. But the truth is that if you are living in a country that approve it, is actually better. It will increase your chances than the normal, as in the natural one. Okay, so let me still go back to signs of ovulation. As I was saying, cervical mucus is not the only sign of ovulation, and this is where most people get it confused. Some people will be like, "Mommy, twins, I am no longer ovulating because it's been long. I don't used to see cervical mucus again. I was seeing it when I was a teenager, but now I'm no longer seeing it." Now, let me shock you. Cervical mucus is just one of the signs of ovulation. There are other signs. You know that sign that all of a sudden you are not sick, you are not having malaria, but you just wake up and notice that your temperature is a bit high, and nothing is wrong with you, my sister. It is called basal body temperature, and this could be a sign that your body is preparing to release an egg or has already released an egg. Then number two sign of ovulation is pain in one side of your abdomen, somewhere here. You start feeling a sharp pain. Maybe some days or weeks after your period, you notice that you are feeling a sharp pain here. It could be a sign that your ovulation is about to happen. That is a sign of ovulation. Do not always wait for cervical mucus, even though cervical mucus is one of the signs of ovulation. But if you are not seeing it and you are seeing other signs, that means you are also ovulating. Another sign of ovulation is increased libido. All of a sudden, like, you start having this urge to meet with your partner. It is a sign that you are ovulating. Once the time reach, you will have the urge to do. And if you are trying to conceive, do not take it for granted. Listen to your body, listen to your instincts, and you go and try. So another one is breast tenderness. To some women, that is the sign that they get when the time is approaching. They start feeling somehow around this place, okay? And if somebody touches it, it will be as if it's paining you. It feels somehow. It is a sign that you are ovulating. So cervical mucus is not the only sign of ovulation. I hope you gain value, and I wish to end this live here because my kids have woken up. Let me go and attend to them. See you in my next one, and many thanks for watching. Bye. I'm still getting since. Come and eat now. How we stand?